We're now joined by General Manager of Cricket and Marketing Services, Mr. Mike McKenna. Mike, thanks for talking to BBL TV.
Pleasure.
Mike, the BBL's been an unquantified success that wasn't without some challenges. Can you explain those challenges and how you've conquered them?
Yeah, the challenges really were about how long we had to lead into the competition. In effect, we had 12 months, and most of the teams weren't really up and running for about 6 months before the competition started. So, in that context, it was really getting all the logistical stuff done. It was choosing colours and developing logos and building marketing plans for teams, getting uniforms ready. In fact, that went right down to the very wire. But at the end of the day, I think that everything's worked out really well, and most of the things we were concerned about that gave us sleepless nights weren't really visible to any of the fans watching the games.
What were some of the goals you set out at the start of the season, and have you accomplished those goals?
We certainly, a lot of the goals we've overachieved. We set up to achieve an average crowd of about 16,000, and we've got over 18,000. And a lot of the games have gone really well. We've sold out many venues, so that's been really good. TV ratings, we hoped for about 165,000 people watching the games. That was a goal we set with Fox Sports. And we've ended up with 280,000 people on average watching the game, so that's been fantastic as well beyond our expectations. We've got some numbers around social media. We wanted to engage our fans through social media. That's worked pretty well too. Memberships is in early days. We didn't quite get the numbers we'd hoped to with club memberships, but apart from that, I think there's a tick against most of the things we set out to achieve.
You said the average crowd was around 18,000, but a majority of that crowd would be women and children. Was that one of the goals you also set out for?
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to make sure this was a game for youth particularly and their families. And when you walk around the crowd and you see the people who are jumping out of their seats and getting most excited, dancing in the aisles, it's kids, and their parents are with them enjoying the game, and they're the people we wanted to get to games, and they're the ones you don't see in the same numbers at international cricket.
Looking ahead, there's been a lot of talk about expansion and how that's probably not going to happen in the first couple of years after League One. What's going to happen with the BBL?
Well, I think time will tell. I mean, it'll be up to the demand that we get from the public. When you look at the cities around Australia, we've got big populations of young people who don't get international cricket even. There's certainly demand for Big Bash. Some of those cities have great venues already, and we're talking here about Geelong, Canberra, Gold Coast, and even Newcastle with a bit of development work. They're really keen to see Big Bash cricket, and I think it's only a matter of time if the game continues to grow the way it has.
Do you think, looking forward, that T20 is the way to engage young fans?
Well, it's one of the ways. I mean, we'll still strive to engage young people through Test cricket and one-day international cricket, and parents will bring their kids along to those games, and some of them will really love that. But there's a lot of people who just don't get into that at all, whose parents don't get cricket. I'm talking about people who might have come to Australia in recent times from places where cricket isn't part of their culture. And we need a form of the game that they can get into easily. And kids who have lots of choice, lots of options with their time, need a really compelling proposition, and we think Big Bash is that.
The numbers have shown that Australian fans love all forms of cricket, which must be very pleasing for you.
Yeah, it is. And when you look at the research we've been doing for several years, it's consistently shown that one-day international cricket is our fans' favourite form of the game. So Test cricket is popular, one-day cricket's popular, Big Bash League is popular. There is a place for all of them. Our job is to manage those so we get the best result for the game of cricket. Cricket being Australia's favourite sport is our goal, and to do that we've got to have a form of the game that suits all sorts of people.
Okay, can I get you to take your administrative hat off for a moment? As a fan, what's been your favourite moment?
Probably watching Brad Hogg play. I've been across here to the furnace a few times, and seeing people running around chanting Hoggy, Hoggy, that's been outstanding. At the same time, watching Shane Warne play and Stuart McGill play, that's been fantastic as well. So I think seeing those guys come out of retirement and do so well has been very exciting, and seeing kids barracking for guys that they wouldn't have even ever seen before has been very exciting.
The competition is also a great field for farming young stars and future stars. You must be pleased with those coming along as well. Yeah,
been a fair few young players, and when you look at the Australian T20 international team that's picked to play this week, that's full of Big Bash League stars, and I think there's quite a few young guys coming through that. But when we've created 2 new teams, which means places for up to 20 odd new young players who wouldn't have played international or wouldn't have played state cricket before, so that's a chance for those guys to get a contract, become professional athletes, and for cricket to be chosen by more athletes as their choice.
Mike, thanks very much for talking to BBL TV.
Pleasure, as always.